Hey, it's me. There's a turning point on the path, a threshold we all eventually reach. You'll know you're there when the longing inside you becomes too strong to ignore. The longing to feel lighter, to live freely, to stop pretending. When the pressure of your inner world starts pushing up against your outer one and you can't keep it down anymore. That threshold is where many of us hesitate, afraid to move forward, but unable to go back. It's the place where you meet your own buried feelings, rage, pain, helplessness, grief. Not because you're broken, but because something deeper is trying to emerge. Now, what if I told you that all of those heavy feelings you've been avoiding are not the problem? The problem is the way we try not to feel them. We push them down, we deny them, we distract ourselves. And in doing so, we end up imprisoning the very part of us that is most alive, our spirit. Your spirit wants to move, it wants to unfold. But it can't do that if parts of you are locked away because they're too much or too dark. It's not the feelings themselves that trap you. It's the fear of feeling them. And that fear becomes a heavy crust around your soul. Many people walk around sensing something is missing from their lives. They know deep down that life is meant to feel richer, freer, more real. But they don't know what's in the way. It's this, the unexpressed pain, the unacknowledged anger, the refusal to let what's buried inside finally breathe. Maybe you might already be brushing up against the inner wall. Maybe you even begun to let some of those feelings come up. That's sacred work. That's what opens the door to your spirit. When you finally allow yourself to feel what you've spent a lifetime avoiding, something miraculous happens. You find out it's not as terrifying as you thought. It's not endless. It's not bottomless. In fact, it leads somewhere beautiful. Now, here's the thing. That's only one part of the threshold. There's a second piece, and it's just as important. Underneath all that pain, there's a decision you've made. Maybe long ago, and maybe very unconsciously, to turn away from life. To say no to giving, to loving, to risking yourself. And that decision keeps you stuck. Because if you're holding back from life, life can't flow into you either. We think we're protecting ourselves by not giving, but what we're really doing is cutting ourselves off from everything we long for. Joy, connection, safety, fulfillment. Those things come when we stop withholding, when we stop waiting for the world to prove it's safe, and instead decide to bring our fullness to the world. Your negativity, the refusal to forgive, to risk love, to soften, isn't who you are. It's a defense. And it comes from a mistaken belief that giving will cost you something, that someone has to lose. When in truth, the more you give from your authentic self, the more life gives to you. This inner refusal to give creates a vicious cycle. The more you withhold, the more empty you feel. The more empty you feel, the angrier you become. And that anger scares you, so you suppress it even more. Around and around you go, until you break the cycle. The moment you admit without shame or excuse that a part of you has said, I refuse to give, everything begins to shift. The honest recognition is what makes it possible to feel your pain without being consumed by it. It's what allows the spirit to return and take its rightful place at the center of your life. Then there's even more. To truly shift out of this old pattern, you need to examine how you relate to yourself. Every relationship is shaped by three forces: how you perceive, how you react, and how you express. And the first relationship that needs healing is the one that you have with yourself. How do you see yourself? Do you see clearly or through the fog of your idealized self-image? Do you react to what you see with kindness or with harsh judgment? And how do you express what you find inside? Do you let it move through you honestly or twist it into blame, resentment, or retreat? When your relationship with yourself is built on denial, distortion, and repression, every other relationship you have will mirror that. When you begin to perceive yourself truthfully, react with compassion, and express yourself honestly, something remarkable happens. The negativity starts to dissolve. Energy begins to flow again. Real transformation takes root. This is the heart of the path. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real. It's about knowing that you can face what's inside you without fear, that you can move through pain into aliveness, that your willingness to give to life, others, to your own unfolding is the key to everything you're seeking. So if you find yourself near this threshold, stay. Don't turn away. Even if all you can do for now is admit your fear, let that be enough. The moment you stop running and start listening, life begins to return. You are not broken. You are not alone. You are not too much. You're simply standing at the gateway of your own liberation. And if you want to walk through, life will meet you there with open arms. Love you. Connect soon.